my name is Bailey. I did my instruction manual project on Animal Crossing. I did this because I started Animal Crossing 3 years ago. I have the same island, I do the same things, but it was very difficult to start out. And I just kind of wanted something that was going to give me a step-by-step play into doing exactly what I need to do. I need to know when to catch the fish. I need to know when to hit the rock. I need to know all of these things. So, to make it easier for the people who want to start doing Animal Crossing, I made this instruction manual. Okay, so here we are. First and foremost, we are presented with my cover page here. Sorry, I'm fidgeting a lot. This is my cover page. So as we can see in the background, we have a lot of these little patterns. This is our little character. His name is Tom Nook. He's one of the main characters. He runs the island while you're doing stuff, you know, basics. And then I also wanted to bring in a little visual here, so I brought in this beautiful picture of a Switch with a picture from my actual Switch. And then I also brought in the nice logo, tying everything together with my title as well. What I'm really going for in this manual is I want Nintendo Animal Crossing newsletter. Like, I want this to look like it came from Nintendo. So, that being said, I took into consideration over their love for patterns. So we have a lot of patterns going on here. There's a very busy screen, but it also looks very cozy and it coincides with everything. This ties in with this, we all tie in together, it's beautiful. All right, next up, we see that I continue to use this pattern just because it's very, like I said before, very subtle, very monochromatic, and can go with a lot of different things, which really helps for this because it's giving me Animal Crossing, but it's not blowing it up in my face. It's very subtle. It's, I distracted myself. It's very subtle. It doesn't draw a lot of attention away from the rest of the things that we have going for here, which is wonderful. Getting to our other stuff on this page though, this is my table of contents. It's a little backwards, I'm sorry. Once again, I brought in our logo, Animal Crossing here. And then these are some more pictures from my personal Switch. As we notice, there is a border around these pictures. I did do pictures without borders for a little bit. Unfortunately, they kind of blended in too well to the back, and it just made it look very unprofessional, in my opinion. And then with these, I had the idea, I just wanted it to be bold, but still not taking away from the rest of it. So this is very bold. You know what it's saying. It's saying, here you are, here's this, here's this. It knows what it wants, it knows what it's doing. But it coincides with everything going down, and it's beautiful. Okay, next. I also did an introduction here. I wanted to include this just so people who are really unfamiliar with Animal Crossing, if they were to look at this manual and I just went straight into steps, it really wouldn't make any sense, and they'd probably be more deterred from it. So I decided to put in a little introduction, include cute little things. Once again, I bring in the logo just to fit in with everything. The colors coordinate. These are beautifully done pictures. Here we are. Here's a little message for the user if they plan to do so. And yeah, just, once again, same background, same everything. Okay, going into some of the actual components, once again, same background, like I said. This one, these is what I call the need to know. These are the basics. In this one, I'm just going over all the buttons that could be used during the game. For example, we have, so the X, Y, B, and A. These are commonly used for everything, but they have specific meanings for, obviously, they have specific meanings for each game. In Animal Crossing, when we're talking about these X, Y, B, and A is to pick up things, or to, ooh, I'm blanking. A is the select. If you're looking, if you click X, you open your pockets. If you click Y, you're picking something up off of the ground, and or kicking some dirt, whatever you want. And then B, running, backspace, whatever. So there's meanings to everything. I did want to include, once again, the logo. Have to with Animal Crossing. And then I also included some of the other things. So, and then these pictures down here are some from my own personal game, once again. This is a picture of my inventory in my pocket, the tool wheel, as well as the emotion wheel. So yeah, just a little bit of everything. I wanted every question answered for this, in case anybody was confused. Okay, and then going into the rest of this, once again, these are my steps. I wanted to go into concise design. I want a lot going on, and there is a lot going on here, but it's giving just enough. Here we are with some pictures. It's giving you just enough information in each of these steps, telling you exactly what's going to happen. Once you choose your island, you put your name and your age, and then you make your character, and then you choose the layout, and then you do this. Like, it's step by step by step what's going to happen. Okay, and then I also did a second slide continuing some of those steps. Same thing here. I did include more pictures over here. I had more space to work with. I tried to make it as neat as possible, but also, like, the vibe, like I said before, the vibe of Animal Crossing, which is almost like imperfect perfection, you know? Like, there's always something a little off, but you go, but that would make sense. It's Animal Crossing. So, cute, wonderful. And then going into one of my last ones, these are my tips and tricks. I include how to detect fake artwork, and I also go through people like to speed up their time. They don't want to wait the whole time, so they speed it up a little bit. I don't blame them. So yeah, just something that everybody can look forward to, and something that everybody can take away from this is what I was really going for here. I wanted the readability good, so I kept the fonts to a minimum. There's nothing crazy about these fonts. They are readable, they're perfect, they're concise, you know exactly what they say. You don't, because it's backwards, but that's besides the point. And then getting into my testing, I created this survey, which I then had my tester fill out. I wanted to ask questions such as, were you able to fully read the instructions with no problem? Were you able to follow the instructions clearly? Would you recommend this instruction manual to someone else? And then, did the added information provided to the manual, so like pictures, any visuals that I did, the patterns, the colors, anything added, I wanted to make sure that the tester wasn't overwhelmed by my choices. Luckily, both of my testers were pretty satisfied with the scheme, the layout, and everything that I had going on. They thought it went quite well with the steps being put the way they were, and with the pictures being added, kind of lopsided. They thought it was fun. They thought it was cute. I did want to ask feedback from each one, so I did so. For this first one, she had no questions. She's heard of Animal Crossing, but she had never played before. So she knew what to expect, kind of. But my second one, she was a little bit older. She's never played a Switch before, and she did have a few questions. She was quite confused. I wanted to keep it unbiased, so I continued to refer her to the manual, with little help from me or my outside knowledge at all. But it seemed to work out well. The only problem and issue that she brought up to me was that there was a few pictures that kind of overlapped with some of my other words, and it made it quite hard to read. So I did go back through and I went through each of those, and I tried to fix that as best as I could. That's all for the manual itself. I